Okie dokie, so let's just dive right into this tutorial, shall we? So first thing I'm going to do, get my hair out of my face, and we're going to start with our base makeup. So my face is already moisturized and clean and all that jazz. So I'm going to go on with my basic routine. I'm going to use today the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. Give it a good little shaky shake right there, make sure it's all blended together. And I do really like this foundation, but one thing that is not my favorite is that I do have oily skin and it gets very, very dewy after a couple hours. So even when I set it with powder, so it has a good solid medium coverage. So I'd say if you do have normal to dry skin, this would be a perfect foundation for you. But anyways, we're going to, like I always do, just dot it all over my face, pretty standard stuff. Okay, so for concealer, I'm really tired this morning, so going in with full coverage. This is Tarte Shape Tape. This stuff isn't messing around. You can tell by how huge the applicator is. This stuff is pretty powerful. I'm gonna highlight just a smidge on here. And then I know it is a lighter shade, but I'll make it work with like, what's it called? Bronzer. So I'm just gonna put some on here. That way it'll just cancel it out. I've lately liked to put concealer right here just because it brightens up these lines that I get. I do get really bad smile lines. At least give the illusion of canceling it out, if you will. So I'm taking my sponge once again. I'm just blending that all out very lightly. So now that this is done, we're gonna go on to setting it. I'm using Maybelline Fit Me, my small eyeshadow brush to set underneath my eyes and your eyelids for setting the concealer. And then I'm just taking a regular powder brush and just powdering the rest of my face, just like that. So now that that is over with, I'm gonna go for a little more of a fake tan bronzy look because I'm very, very pale. Madison the Wall. There's really not much of a difference. So we're gonna hopefully make that a little more contrasted. So I'm gonna contour just a smidge with my Too Faced. There's like barely anything left. Then I'm going with this L'Oreal True Match in the shade Tender Rose. So tender. Using the same blush, or using the same brush for this because I feel like it helps blend it all a little bit more together. Wow, that's all really harsh, Madison. You need to take a chill pill. Just take your powder brush and just buff it out a little bit. Next, we're gonna move on to highlight. I'm using the Wet n Wild highlighting stick. And it's in Marigold Round. I don't know why it's called that. It's not gold at all. It's like a champagne-y, pinky, not really pink, but like a champagne-y color. It's really fun to use. Obviously, I'm never gonna run out of this thing. What I like to do is just take this brush, go as such with the product. They are kind of like making out with each other. Just put it on the tops of my cheekbones. That way it's kind of just like a blend all-in-one situation going on. And it's just so easy to apply highlight this way. Next, we're gonna move on to the eyebrows. I'm gonna fill in the tail and the front with this Bobbi Brown liner. It is a little bit dark, so I go in very, very lightly with this thing. So after I'm done shaping them a little bit with this, I'm gonna go back in with my spoolie and just make sure that looks all blended and mostly natural. L'Oreal, I'm taking this L'Oreal Brow Stylist Plumper. Now that my eyebrows are very Brooke Shields, we're gonna move on to the main event, which is the graphic cat eye. So I'm not gonna put eyeshadow on at first just because I'm not sure if I want to put any eyeshadow on. I'm gonna wait to do the eyeliner, and then if I want to put a little bit of depth in there, then I will add some. So I'm gonna do one eye off camera, and then I will come back and do my easy eye. I like to do my hard eye first, so that way it's easier to match them up together when I do my easy eye, because they're easier to manipulate. So I'm gonna do my hard eye first. That sounds really weird, but I'm gonna do my hard eye first with the graphic cat eye, and I'll come back on camera and show you what I did in order to achieve the graphic cat eye look. Let's do it. I'll be back in just a second. Alright guys, so when I called this my hard eye, I was not kidding around. This thing, I don't know what the difference is between eyes and like why one, you probably has to do with your dominant hand. But anyways, hopefully this one goes a little bit easier. I'm going to just tell you before I do what I'm gonna do, because I know when I'm doing it, I'm not gonna be able to explain it whilst doing it. So I'm just gonna tell you beforehand what I'm gonna do. So as you can see, I did a little cat eye, nothing too crazy. You can go as crazy as you want for this look. But I didn't do anything too far out. I mostly did it to the end of my brow line. So I did a little cat eye, letting it get a little bit thicker towards the end, and then I did a line, and then I built up the line a little bit with the pen. And then next thing I did is I used this angled little brush here, took some ink from the pen, and then I blurred it out so the lines are a little bit less harsh, and you can kind of smooth out the lines a little bit if you get a little crazy with the pen. This helps smooth it out just a little. I'm using today the Stila waterproof liquid eyeliner pen. Yay for us. And then to clean it up a little bit, there were a little bit of like stray spots. So what I did is I took this little pointed Q-tips and I got a makeup cleaning wipe, and then I would just sharpen them up like that. So if there were any spots that I was like, oh, that doesn't look as sharp as I wanted to, I just did it like that real quick. One thing I think I might want to do actually is add a little bit of depth in here. This Lorac Romantics palette. I'm just gonna put this lightest color right here and just dip the littlest bit into my crease. I'm just gonna add a little bit on my lower lash line. Gonna add some quick highlight really quick. I'm gonna use the same brush just so it's very blown out and not too concentrated. I'm gonna take the highlight from that palette. Ooh, just kidding, that's concentrated. Did not expect that. Oh my gosh. Next step I'm gonna do is just add some mascara and lips, and then we're just gonna ace this place. I'm gonna use the Wet n Wild Liquid Catsuit lipstick. And this is in Berry Recognize. Alright guys, and this is the finished look. I hope you guys liked this tutorial. I hope it was informative and it gave you some creative ideas to kind of get out of the box a little bit with your everyday makeup look and try something new. But it was really fun to do, and I think it gives you a lot of option. You can fill in the cat eye portion with a different color, or do an ombre effect, or you can do a fun different color with the eyeliner itself. There's a bunch of different things you can do, so this is just a really good start and foundation to a really different and unique eye look than what you may be used to. So if you did like the video, and which I hope you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe below, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.